Hello, and thanks for joining us here today. It's a beautiful fall day. You can see some Halloween decorations going up behind me. It's nice, crisp fall breeze going on, and then the sunshine coming in. It's just wonderful being out here today. And we are going to have so much fun because today we are going to actually plant some of these beautiful heather plants. And it's going to be just so much fun to be out here today. I can already tell. We're going to get the kids out here. It's going to be a whole family affair. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm excited to get started. Let's get going. My name's Christina and you're watching my channel, Let's Do Something Real. Okay, we're gonna get straight into it today. It's too good of a day to waste any time. So, what we're doing behind me is that they are measuring out a plot, and they are measuring out the area that we're gonna plant the heather, and they're making space for each plant, which heather needs a good amount of space. It needs about like a 3-foot diameter around each plant. These are baby plants, so they won't take up that huge amount of space, but they're gonna grow to that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a mound. And there's a couple of reasons for that. The first thing to know is that our climate, our hardiness zone here is almost exactly the same as it is where heather grows naturally, which is the Scottish Highlands, and in the UK. So the Scottish Highlands, I think the hardiness zone is 7, and here it's 8, so super similar. And also our climates are very similar. We get a lot of rainfall here. We live in the Pacific Northwest, and that's the same story over there. The thing that is different is the terrain. When you think of Scottish Highlands, you think of rolling, rocky hills, unencumbered by any like shade trees or anything like that. You definitely don't think of a flat, grassy plot like what we have here. The rockiness of all of that terrain creates great drainage, and it's rolling hills, so there's somewhere for the water to go. And that's really what kind of is the hardest part about growing heather in our area, is avoiding root rot, because the roots do not like to sit in water. And since we do get so much rainfall, what we have to do is we have to try to replicate that kind of terrain here where the heather is going to be planted. My mom chose this variety of heather called Firefly, which is a Calluna vulgaris variety. And she chose it because it's going to be beautiful for her all year long. In the spring, it has bright chartreuse foliage, and then as we move into early fall, you can see here that it is starting to get these brilliant orange and red shades, and those will continue to intensify as we get further into winter, when it'll have this vibrant brick red foliage, and it'll really offer a greatly needed swath of color in the middle of winter. So when we're missing all of the beautiful flora and fauna colors of spring and summer and fall, and everything's all browned out, this heather's going to be there for her. All right, so we've got a outline of where our mound is going to be. The kids are kind of sitting right where it's going to be, and she's going to have some rock bordering around the mound that we've plotted out. And the reason that we're putting it in this corner is because, for one, it gets a lot of sunlight throughout the day. Heather needs at least 6 hours of full sun during the day, and this spot's going to give that to them. And also, we're going to build this up because the electric company here, they came in and they put in this big box right in the middle of my poor mom's front yard, and she has to look at it when she has her door open for, nice days, and she's got windows facing this area, and it's just not the most attractive thing in the world to look at. And there's also this water main here. So what we're doing is we are disguising all of those utility and not very attractive things with this beautiful mound of heather right here. That's going to be really nice. So this grass was super thick and tightly woven together, and it was difficult to get through with a shovel. So I went at it with my grubber tool, and I just kind of cut an outline of the border. We had to do a lot of hand digging here because we were right next to all of these utilities. And as always, we use life as our classroom. These boys were out here helping measure and learning about radius and diameter and why a mound will be better for drainage. And that's just the stuff I intentionally pointed out to them. They find their way into all sorts of learning all on their own. But what I'm really proud of is the sense of work ethic and feeling of responsibility that these boys have developed in just the few years they've been on this earth. They are undaunted by the thought of putting in some elbow grease and really putting in their part on our little family team. And of course, being out here in the fresh air, getting away from screens and getting their bodies working is so good for them. And they also get to be close to nature, even just out in the yard. Very proud of these kids.
It's right here. See?
Where are you?
Hey, Jude, come over here. There's a ladybug. It's okay, Jude. You can go over and see it.
You put your hand in the direction that it's crawling.
You have a ladybug on.
Aww.
Grasshopper. Do you think it's gonna crawl? I'm on it. Oh! That's harmful. I don't want it on me.
Put your hand on top of my hand.
Yes.
Oh! It jumped right over your hand.
Leverage. That's using the old noodle. He didn't have enough weight to get it. Oh, there you go. To get the shovel to work for him, so he used science. That's my boy.
So we got one right there.
No,
I'm
right?
gonna use the big one right next.
Oh, yeah, baby. So there's a reason we had to dig this grass out before putting down dirt for the mound, and that's that this corner does not have the best drainage. So we're digging up a couple inches of this grass so that we can put down some gravel to increase the drainage here before putting dirt down for the mound. So we have dug out a good border by hand, and now I can use this rototiller that was very generously lent to me by my best friend. But I'm only going to be using this to break up the very top layer of grass, and I have to be very cautious and keep it pretty close to the surface because again, we are working around all these utilities and we do not want to hit anything. Okay, so we ran into a little bit of an issue. So we only are digging a couple inches down, but we unearthed a bunch of pipes and everything. It doesn't look like they're used anymore. But if this is down here, then we're thinking there might be other things, and we're gonna do the responsible thing and call to make sure that we don't hit anything important while we dig. And again, we're only digging a couple inches down, so we really didn't think that we were gonna run into this issue. But it's better safe than sorry. Unfortunately, the electrical board is closed for the night, the water and electric board, so we have to wait till tomorrow. But we have made some good progress. Okay, so we're back at it, day 2. Little chillier today, so I stole my husband's flannel.
As did I.
So we did all of our research. We're making sure that we are doing our best practices with the digging around all of the utilities. And today we're gonna make a lot of progress now that we have all that dialed. So hopefully we can get some gravel in here today for drainage and move along. So since we got cut a little short yesterday, we all banded together, knuckled down, and put in some serious effort to make up for lost time. My niece joined in and got her hands dirty, and as a team, we got back on track.
There it is, a little bit.
Did not take long for it to get too hot for this flannel, I'll tell you that. This is what we call working smarter, not harder. You can do it! Get a running start. Hey! She did it! Whoosh! Woo! I just got this one tiny patch left. It's so stubborn. Oh my god.
I did it.
Success.
Over there.
I think we all earned a good lunch. Can I see everybody's strong muscles? Yeah.
I helped try.
I see that. Very cool. So why not plant something that would grow well in this spot as it was without having to go through all this work? Well, there's a few reasons. One is that heather is actually a very useful and practical plant. Heather has an ancient history of medicinal use, and people take heather as a tea or herbal infusion for ailments such as kidney, urinary tract, or prostate issues, also fluid retention, gout, arthritis, sleep disorders, breathing problems, cough and colds, digestive disorders such as diarrhea, spasms, and stomach pain, and for diseases of the liver and gallbladder. Heather is also used in conjunction with some other herbs for treating diabetes, menstrual discomfort, menopause symptoms, and nervous exhaustion. Heather also has tangible uses. Its branches have been used through the ages to make baskets and brooms, and the roots are traditionally used to create wind instruments, kind of like flutes. And this heather may not look like it now, but these are going to create a beautiful bushy ground cover that will suppress weeds and be exceptionally hardy against cold weather. It's an evergreen herb, so it will be the only plant needed in this spot to create year-round interest. It's also useful in coastal landscaping because it's resistant to salt. Thinking in terms of permaculture, trading grass for evergreen herbs like this makes a lot of sense, and heather has the added bonus of being colorful and beautiful throughout the year. Also, because its different varieties flower at different times, it provides year-round foraging for bees. In Scotland and the UK, beekeepers use the natural heather-covered moors to procure high-end artisanal heather honey. Traditionally, heather symbolizes protection, admiration, and good luck, which makes it the perfect thing to plant in my mom's yard.
This is my Nana, and she's doing some work, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. She just spilled.
You're gonna edit that.
We're not gonna edit the part where you spilled.
Yeah, you are.
We're not gonna edit the part where Nana goes, I go, are you sure you got that, Nana? And she goes, yeah, and then promptly spills it. So let's go in.
But as you can see, she's cleaning up. I'm gonna help too.
Okay, so we've got it all filled in with gravel. It's looking good. We're making progress. And we're going to put some of this landscaping cloth down so that when we put the dirt on top of it to create the mound, so that it's going to separate the rocks from the mound on top of it. And that way, it will continue to have really good drainage throughout years. Thanks so much for joining us on this crazy adventure. We will be finishing up in the next video, but for now, we made good progress, we worked hard, and we're really excited to see how this turns out. If you are too, or you just enjoy my videos, like and subscribe so you know when I put new ones out. That really helps me out too. It's always appreciated. With the last people standing here, it was a hard day, right?
Yeah.
It was a good day though.
Cheers.
Job well done.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! We'll see you next time we get cracking on this, but until then, get happy. Thanks for watching.